Okay, welcome to tutorial 4. This tutorial will have us see the gears spin, which is the exciting stuff. So let's get on with it here. We're going to create a joint, and we're going to go up to Assemble, and this time we're creating an as-built joint. And in as-built joint, you're going to pick from the menu here a revolute, where it says components rotate around joint origin. So pick that. Now, it doesn't give you a lot of help here, but what you're going to do is you're going to pick the component that you would like to rotate, so this gear, and you would then pick what it's going to rotate about, which is this plate, the base plate. And then we're going to have to place the center of rotation. So this is tricky. Because we have this gap in the middle, this flag is not going to behave. So you have to go onto this surface right here, the flat horizontal top surface, hold Control, and then move to the center and try and get this pin to stand up, as I'm about to do. I'm going to go on there, Control, and get that pin to stand up. And when I do that, that gear, well, it gave me an animation, I'll do it again, shows you what's going to happen. And if you need to try again, you can X these out, or you can just start again, but that should do it. And now what I'm going to do is push OK. Now I need to do that again for this one, so again, Assemble and as-built joint, and we're going to pick the gear that we would like to rotate, then the base plate, and then we're going to zoom in here and put the flag in the middle. It's got to be right on that little cross that appears there, so hold Control and put it there. There we go. Okay, so we got that animation, and that's great. Push OK. These gears now rotate. Oh, they don't rotate. I'll show you why. Look, I try to rotate the gear, nothing happens. They need to have something be grounded and not move in order for them to move in relation to that. So we are going to go over to the base here and right click, and we are going to ground the base, capture position. And when we do that, the base no longer moves, which means the gears in relation can behave as we told them to, rotating around the pin. So this is great, but notice what the gears don't do. They don't interact with each other properly. So let's see if I can put them back there. Now, what we want to do, and I probably shouldn't even have done that because I'm going to mess up the starting point, but it looks like I got it pretty good. There we go. What we want to do is put a motion link in. We did this on the bolt we made earlier. So let's go up here and see if we can find motion link. So it's under Assemble, a motion link. And what we're going to do, capture position, is we're going to link this joint, that flag, to this joint, that flag. As soon as we do that, you can see one is allowed to move the other. So that's great. A couple of details though. In here it says they're just rotating 360 degrees, and woohoo, look at it, it's fun, but we know that there's supposed to be a ratio here, with one gear being twice as big as the other. So we can actually put that in here as a formula. So we're going to multiply with the little asterisk by bracket 16 divided by 32. Those are the teeth on our gears. And that means multiply by a half, basically. And so one will be running at half the speed of the other. So click that, and they're starting to behave, except also notice that they are not paying attention to each other rotation-wise. Like one moves around, the other one moves in the wrong direction. You want to hit reverse here. And when you hit the reverse, one will reverse the direction of the other. So they're not both turning in the same direction, which is the way gears behave. So push OK. And now that I've done that, the animation stopped. And if you don't want to see these little flags, you go up here and turn your joints off like that. And now when I grab the gears, I can move them around just like real gears. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we've got our rotating gears. The last video is going to have us prepare this in a way for 3D printing, and part of preparing for 3D printing is realizing that, and same in the real world, all this material might not be necessary for this part or assembly to be valid. In other words, still work. So this gear, we're going to remove a bunch of material that we don't need, and we're going to make it look more like this gear. And notice also the base plate to save material when we're 3D printing, just chopped a bunch of holes out of it. I mean, there's lots of ways to do this, but that's what I did. So that's the next tutorial. We'll see you there.